So we are working on unit 8A.5. This is the last one for this unit. Okay, and just like yesterday, we're still going to work on solve exponential equations. Solve exponential equations. We should be taking notes right now, guys. But today, the exponential equations are going to be where the variable is in the base. Okay, so yesterday we had stuff where the variable was in the exponent. So your x's were as an exponent. Today, the variable is going to be in the base. Okay, so yesterday I told you if the variable's in the air, you want to get the same base and drop them. Today, you need to know if the x is on the ground or in the base. Okay, if the x is on the ground, what we're going to do is we need to get x to the first by the reciprocal. Okay, so that's kind of your key to knowing what you have to do for which type of problem. Okay, today we're going to be working on the get x to the first by the reciprocal. Okay, so for number one, I only have 5 examples today. For number one, if we have x to the 1/2 equals 5. Now, what we're doing today is review from last unit, from unit 7. So you have seen this stuff before. If we have x to the first equals 5, what am I going to have to do? Take this to the reciprocal what? Reciprocal power, right? So if you have an x to the 1/2, what's the reciprocal of 1/2? 2 over 1. So we're going to take this to the 2 over 1 power. Do we really have to write the 1? No, but it's okay if you do. These will cross-reduce one another. We got x equals 5 squared is 25. Remember, we're doing 5 squared, not 5 times 2. I know you did that. Okay, let's try another one. Number 2. Same thing. I want you to solve for x by x to the 3/2 equals 27. X to the 3/2 equals 27. X to the 3/2 power equals 27. Okay, I don't want to write this in power handle yet. I want to get x to the first, so I want to get x by itself. So what is the reciprocal power of 3 over 2? 2/3. So take both sides, both to the 2/3 power. Then these will cross-reduce. We get x equals, now write this in power handle. So this is 27 to what power? Power of 2, handle of 3. From here, what is the now you could do 27 squared first, but that's a really big number, so I would prefer to do what's underneath there first. So what is the cube root of 27? 3, and 3 squared equals 9. That's your answer. So you guys have done this before. Okay, we dealt with this in unit 7. We did. Questions so far? That wasn't a question.
That's already difficult.
Okay, for number 3, 6x. 6x to the 2/3 power equals 54. 6x to the 2/3 power equals 54. 6x to the 2/3 equals 54.
That sounded like so fake.
Amanda, did you
Okay, what do you think I'm going to have to do first here?
box?
First, you want to divide by 6, right? Guys, stop please. Divide both sides by 6 first. So before we can take this to the reciprocal power, we have to have x by itself. So if you divide both sides by 6, we get x to the 2/3 equals 54 divided by 6 is 9. Now that I have that by itself, now I can take it to the reciprocal power. What is the reciprocal power?
3 squared.
3 over 2. That is not 3 squared. 3 halves.
Halves squared, whatever.
These cross produce one another. So we get x equals, when we rewrite this, we write it in power handle. So 9 power of 3 handle of 2.
Something like that.
So what is the square root of 9?
3.
3, and 3 cubed gives us what? 27. That's your answer. Say it again, Amanda. Thank you for sharing.
I'm ready for the next.
Are you ready for the next one? I'm so excited. Questions on how I did that? Anybody? Nope, we're good? Okay, couple more. Again, I want you to solve. So up until there should be pretty much review. Okay, this one is a little bit more difficult. If I give you in parentheses 2x minus 6, we'd say quantity 2x minus 6 to the 3/4 power equals 1,000. 2x minus 6 quantity to the 3/4 power equals 1,000.
This time would you do the reciprocal first? Or would
Yes.
You,
So, what do you think we're going to have to do? We're going to have to take this to the reciprocal what?
4 over 3.
Reciprocal power. Okay, so raise this to the 4/3 power on both sides. Remember, if you multiply or take something to a power on the left side, you have to do the same thing on the right side. So if we do that, these are going to reduce. That gives us 2x minus 6 equals, rewrite this in power handle. So it's 1,000 to the 4th power cube root. Yes.
When on example, the last one, you had to take out the 6. Why can't you take out the?
because it's in parentheses.
Because it's in parentheses. So this one, everything belongs to it. The 3/4 belongs to everything inside. On this one, on the one that we just did, the 6 was attached by multiplication, but it did not have an exponent on it. You see the difference? Okay, so from here, what is the cube root of 1,000?
10.
10. And what is 10 to the 4th power?
10,000.
10,000. Okay, so 10,000. So it's 1 with 4 zeros behind it. From here, how would you solve?
Add 6.
Add 6 to both sides.
It seems so silly when it's like 10,000.
I know, just to add small little 6. So 2x equals 10,006.
And then divide by 2.
Then divide by 2. What is 10,006 divided by 2?
5,003.
5,003. Please be careful with your zeros, because I guarantee a lot of people are going to give me an answer of 50,003. So don't put too many zeros in there. Be careful on that.
Small 10,000.
I know it's a little awkward number. Okay, last one for number 5. Okay, number 5. Again, I want you to solve. Let's solve x plus 4 quantity to the 1/2 power plus 6 equals 9. X plus 4 quantity to the 1/2 power plus 6 equals 9. So, Amanda, where would you like to start? Subtract the 6. So, right, start by subtracting the 6. That gives us x plus 4 to the 1/2 power equals 3. Also, notice that when we're writing powers, guys, as exponents, I would prefer that you write your your numbers, your fractions like this, as opposed to the sideways fractions. Okay, so try to write your divide line side to side, not diagonally. This will mess people up when they're multiplying by reciprocals because you can't cross it out as easily. So just a random thought, okay, but it might help you. From here, what do I need to do? Reciprocal, what is the reciprocal? 2 over 1, so raise it squared. If you write the 1 underneath, that's fine, but you don't have to. These reduce each other away, so x plus 4 equals 3 squared. 3 squared is what? 9. And then finally subtract 4 from both sides, and we should get an answer of x equals if you really want to, you could check your answers by plugging them back in. It is not required though. I am not requiring that you check your answers, but it might be a good idea if you would like to.
This is the first time you didn't add English.
That's nice. Worksheet 5 is going to be your homework. You guys are doing numbers 1 through 14. Okay, on worksheet 5.